Hello and welcome to Everyday Sacred. We are going to be journaling today. Don't freak out. You don't need to be afraid. I'm going to guide you right through it. In fact, we're going to do a really cool journaling prompt together. And if you want my rules for the road for journaling, you can go ahead and click the link in the description and you can get the PDF with the rules for how to journal so you can explore more on your own. So before we begin, I want to tell you that there are different kinds of journals. But there are three main kinds, maybe four. So the first kind of journal is a gratitude journal. I got a secret to tell you. I've never kept a gratitude journal. I know people go on and on and on about the gratitude journal, and they are wonderful things. So I read, and the only reason why I don't keep a gratitude journal is because I think I just live in praise all the time and I'm grateful all the time. It just doesn't speak to me. I don't believe in doing things because somebody tells you that you should do them. You do things, especially spiritual things, you do them because they make sense for you in your life right now. So this is your tidbit for today, that all spiritual tools, including meditation, including prayer, including journaling, including taking a walk out into nature, are all tools for connecting you to the divine. The Buddha said, my teachings are the finger pointing at the moon. What you want is the moon. Don't get too hung up on the finger. Don't get too hung up on the teachings. So sometimes we make all these rules for ourselves that we have to keep gratitude journals if we're going to be spiritual. And I'm not knocking it because I know people love it and it's transformative. So that's one, a gratitude journal. The other kind of journal I love, and I call it the dumping journal. And this is where, let's say you're having a really hard time. You're going through a divorce, bad breakup. You hate your job. Maybe you don't like your kids too much right now. I know you love them, but maybe you don't like them. There's something going on with your children, with your teenagers, with your parents. You got a lot of pent up emotion. I know the spiritual thing is, well, we should practice forgiveness and we should do this and that, which is fine. But there's a process to getting there. And oftentimes we want to bypass the process and just get to the forgiveness. But the reality is that the growth happens in the process. And so the process of moving through and honoring what you're feeling and what's going on is beneficial to soul growth and, spiritual growth. And it's authentic. And it validates your own personal experience. I mean, this is your life. It's not anybody else's life. This is your experience. And it really does help you to connect to the divine because you're not fooling anybody. The divine knows your heart better than you do. And so just trying to do the spiritual bypass to get to the forgiveness, but being unwilling to take the journey can be detrimental to your health and your well-being. So I love the dumping journal. The dumping journal is where you write down all your ugly, angry thoughts with the intention that you're clearing space. Okay? I have clients do this. It's very cathartic because there are things that we want to say to people, and when we write them down in the journal, we notice that, yeah, that's just me. That's my stuff. That's just me being kind of, kookaroo. Or you might notice, well, there's something here that I really need to have a conversation with someone about. So you have a dumping journal, and when you're done with it, you can destroy it. I did that for a lot of my journals. When I have dumping journals, I just need to get some of this stuff out, get it on paper, it's done, and then you can let the journal go. The third kind of journal is the one that I keep. This is my daily journal, and I just keep notebooks. So here's mine, and I have things in there, and I have lists and drawings and nonsense. And it really is just for me I write down my dreams. Like I said, sometimes I'll do grocery lists. It's just getting in the act of writing. Sometimes I talk to my source, in my journal. And so you can decide what your journal is going to be and what you want to use it for. The fourth one, you can maybe do it in your everyday journal, your daily journal. And your daily journal doesn't have to be it's not a diary. It's a journal. It's part of your journeying into your authentic self. The fourth kind of journal is a dream journal. If you're a vivid dreamer, or if you want to start dreaming more vividly and remembering your dreams, I highly recommend that you get a journal just for writing down your dreams and writing down your impressions. In fact, maybe we'll do some everyday sacred stuff on dreaming and dream journaling, because that would be super fun. So we're going to do our daily journal, and our first prompt, we're going to do it together. You ready? So I want you to go ahead and get in a comfortable seated position. I'm so happy that you're here. Let's get in a comfortable seated position and close your eyes, tilt your chin slightly down, and let's take 3 ha breaths together. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling and inhaling and exhaling. And relax your face and relax your shoulders away from your ears. Allow the body to be heavy in the chair or on the sofa, wherever you're sitting. Just let the body be heavy. And in your mind's eye, imagine as your arms get heavier and heavier. Imagine your arms are growing. They're becoming longer. And your hands, your arms are taking a journey. They're just growing longer and longer, going wherever they need to go. Maybe going to a forest or going to the sea. Just follow your hands. Let your imagination guide you. You're just imagining where are your hands going. And in your mind's eye, imagine as the hands grow longer and longer. And I want you to imagine that the hands, the fingers, have found something. And I want you to imagine now that the hands, that the arms are coming back to their normal shape, and you're bringing that gift from wherever all the way back with you. And just see it. And open your eyes, and very quickly, first thing that comes to your mind, write down, where did your hands go? And what did they bring back? So go ahead and write that down. And any other impressions that you have, don't try and overanalyze it. Just free write. In other words, just keep writing about the gift that you received, right? The thing that your hands brought back. And don't censor, don't worry about your punctuation, don't worry about if it's pretty. That's not what this is about. This is just about the flow. It's just about the flow. It's just about the creativity and the openness and the imagination. So, over time, as you do this practice, you will be amazed. You'll also start dreaming, right? We keep talking about the dream journal, so I think we will do that. But you'll also start dreaming, and you'll start being more in tune with the signs and symbols of the universe and how the universe speaks to you. Your journal will become a friend, right? A place where you can really pour yourself out onto the page. And oftentimes when you look back, you'll find something quite amazing. So, okay, so now we're done writing, and I'll tell you where I went. I went to the sea, and we're going to Hawaii. So I'm really excited about that. So that might be why my arms stretched all the way out to the sea, and I could feel the wet and, and the graininess of the salt and even smell it. I didn't write that. I don't write really fancy, but I went to the sea and I brought back a black velvet box. And when I opened it, of course, there was a pearl in it. So anyways, what did you bring back? And whatever it was a gift just for you from the universe, from your imagination, from your unconscious mind, from your higher self. So just accept it. Just accept it with joy and ease. And thank you for joining me on Everyday Sacred. Please subscribe to my channel. And you, like I said, click the link if you want the rules of the road for journaling. You can print out the PDF and you can keep it with you so you can continue your practice. But we'll be doing this together again. But you want that PDF too. And you can also go and visit my site, my website, for more information, more goodies, more stuff, more love, more joy, more Everyday Sacred. Bye.